Well, welcome to today's global harmonization. I'm very excited for this one. I've got something that someone sent in over to me, and it was really insightful. So I'm excited to share that before we get started on dissatisfaction and actually the purpose behind dissatisfaction and the easy way to relieve it. And it actually falls into many other things that are happen in life. So I think it's very relevant. I'm just going to get this a little more set up. I'm in a new venue today. I'm going to be here for a few weeks. So we wait for the baby to show up. So thank you for joining. And for those of you that are new to Global Harmonization, this is a practice that I share every single day, 7:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. A lot of times people send in something to me that's just a little spark of epiphany. Sometimes it's just in the field of things that I'm seeing a lot around in society and just ways to get in more flow and ease in life. So I usually kick off a little bit of that and then go into a meditation where we're actually tuning to that frequency of love, that frequency of light within, so that everyone can have just the most beautiful flowing day possible for them, and continuously remove any of those layers that may be actually holding us back and being more empowered, more free than ever before. So that's what I'm all about. I feel pretty blessed and feel extremely blessed with the way my life has turned out. And there's some things, distinctions, things that have showed up that have made it significantly easier for me. So I love sharing those. And then a lot of times people that join in, they'll send me stuff, and it helps expand my perspective and build upon it. So feel free to share anything over with me. Here's one that I got today. Actually got it yesterday afternoon, just finding it. Got a lot of messages here. Okay, so this one is called Listen to Your Dissatisfaction. I won't say who sent it over. Some people prefer to be anonymous. I didn't ask this person. She joins occasionally and listens to a lot of these things, joins live occasionally, but listens to pretty much all of them and gets involved. So she had asked what my take was on this that she sent over, because it had sounded like a lot of things that I talk about in emotions and the gift of emotions, things people normally think of as bad. And here's dissatisfaction. So here it goes. Listen to your dissatisfaction. We've been taught to believe that dissatisfaction is a bad thing and that we should do everything possible to avoid it. Shove it down, ignore it, act like it doesn't bother us. Take a pill, plaster on a smile, buy something new, or decide that misery is part of bearing our cross. But above all, don't consider that God might be using it being dissatisfaction, to make us uncomfortable so that we will want to swim in another ocean where our gifts can shine. Don't get me wrong. Dissatisfaction can be a result of spiritual warfare. They reference a Bible verse here, and not an indication of where we are in God's will, but it can also be a road sign that He has put a purpose for us. So if you're miserable in your current career or job, and you have been for a long time, you've prayed, sought counsel from others, look for guidance, look through Scripture, and you're still miserable, consider that God may have another plan. So this was great. I really enjoyed this. This is it's funny because it touches on the tip of the iceberg. It was 2 years ago. I was sitting in the live, and I sat there and I thought about, how do I live an effortless life? And this was like something I was pondering. And if I were to say to you, if you'd like to live a life, a pain-free life, I think the obvious response is Stop doing the things that cause pain. Start doing things that actually feel good. Yet dissatisfaction is one of those things, and efforting can be one of those things, right? When it's effortless, in that context, it was like I was working all the time. I was always working for something. And dissatisfaction and pain are those. I mean, dissatisfaction is a form of pain. So if every day you went somewhere and you got another cut, would you keep going to that place? Or every day you went somewhere and got punched in the face, would you keep going to that place? Most likely not. Dissatisfaction is absolutely a gift. And that the real note is in that word dis, that part of the word that is dis. It's not satisfied. So if I'm choosing to do something and not exercising my own free will, then I'm going to be in that place. Now, fortunately, we have this thing called free will. Every one of us has this free will. So if I'm choosing to do, or when I'm choosing to do things that are dissatisfying to me, I'm actually choosing to do the things that are harming to me. So it might be a job. It may be a relationship. It may be an activity. It may be a social event. It may be the clothes, the shoes that I'm wearing are too tight. Or I'm wearing heels and my back is out, right? This happens for a lot of women out there that I've met. That they're like, my back's all messed up and I have to wear heels. I'm like, you don't have to wear heels. Like, what do you mean I don't have to wear heels? You choose to wear heels. What do you mean I choose to wear heels? No, you choose to wear heels. You can wear whatever shoes you want. Oh, wait, I could. So whatever, it could be something so minute, so small, whatever it is that's causing you discomfort. As soon as you hear that word dis, that's the one that goes in front of disease, right? And that gets people sick. So that dis word is going to be associated with sickness. If I keep doing the disses, then I'm actually wishing for the pain to be, I'm asking for the pain, for the difficulty in my life. Now, there is one thing that I think is very, very important to know. And thank you, Elisa, and thank you, Rhonda. Great to see you both here. Elisa brings us into depression. We would not change. Like, depression is like pressed down, right? Being pressed down, being small. There's nothing wrong with being pressed down and being small for a moment. It's a matter of getting stuck there and not being paralyzed and being unable to. That's where there starts to be issues. Taking a break, resting, relaxing is a beautiful thing. So there is one caveat, though, to this dissatisfaction. And that making the change, really, is the caveat, is this thing called integrity, and having and maintaining my integrity and fulfilling my commitments that I've made. So in the case that you're dissatisfied anywhere in your life and you're like, I can't let go of this because I'm obligated to do it. First of all, one that creates the obligation is myself. It's never anyone else. People can say other things. However, I gotta buy into it. I gotta believe it. If somebody said I was obligated to walk their dog and I never met their dog, then I don't buy into it, right? So I don't have to walk their dog. They can go walk their own dog. It's when I've made the agreement that I'm going to walk your dog for X number. I'm going to walk your dog every day for the next year, right? And then I realize I'm dissatisfied when I'm walking this dog. Well, it's just taking the time to create a new plan, create a new agreement. It can be a simple conversation of, hey, my life has gotten, circumstances have changed. You're going to need to find a new dog walker. It could be as simple as finding the dog walker for the individual, or adopting, having somebody adopt the dog. Whatever it is, there's always a solution. So whatever you've committed to, stay with that commitment. Like, you want to be in integrity. Integrity is a key component, and that's the cross to bear that was mentioned in this article. It's actually staying in integrity with what I committed to until it's either completed or I die, right? So complete it by putting an end date, by making a commitment to make a change and do whatever needs to be done to make it a smooth process to make the change. Put that hard end date, and what are the pieces that could be filled in the gaps? So I'm not just saying for people to go out there, if you're dissatisfied about your job, go in there and quit today. Maybe you can. Maybe you're strong enough will to do it. And I believe the universe will support you if you do that thing. If you actually jump in and just take massive action immediately. That's what I tend to do. However, there's usually a bit of a kerfuffle, a little bit of a mess, a few pissed off people. And I'm like, okay, well, here's the thing. I'm changing directions, right? So that's one of the things I've wrestled with is notifying people beforehand and making sure that I'm very clear so that my integrity stays intact, because I'm so much about my sovereignty. So that was been a mission for me, something I've learned. It's even in my horoscope readings, my human design is always have the conversation before you act. So whatever it is you got to do to maintain integrity, absolutely keep that integrity. But if you're doing something that dissatisfies you, something that hurts you, it's up to you to change it. Only you can change it. You have the free will to do it. So thank you for sending that in. I appreciate it. Or sending that on over so we bring it to the world. If you guys have any articles like this that you think I should be shared, a little snippets, please send it on over my way. So beautiful. Well, listen. So let's, with that being said, let's bring that into this into today's harmonization of any of the things that maybe are dissatisfying to me. Anything that is, they actually titled the message, not dissatisfaction, actually. I can close this. Disappointment is what they titled, and then they realized, oh, it's dissatisfaction. Disappointment, very similar. It's having some expectation that something's going to be a certain way. So, and it's now changing my perspective. So I can actually figure out how to get joy from doing what I'm doing, or I can change directions, right? It's up to me. Otherwise, might as well enjoy the being dissatisfied because I'm choosing it. And that's usually when things change themselves. Actually, it's when I figure out how to enjoy it, because it's I've changed my perspective around it, and then the lesson is learned. So hop into whatever position is comfortable for you to meditate here. And let's just invite any dissatisfaction that's running around in the awareness. Where are the things that are dissatisfying me? Let's invite them into the field, not to look away from them. Let's bring them to light, bring them to surface in today's harmonization, and allow the heart to transmute that energy so that we're focused on doing things that really bring us and those around us tremendous amount of joy. Because if I'm dissatisfied, how much joy am I going to be able to give to the person standing next to me? Probably going to be radiating dissatisfaction, right? So let's not radiate dissatisfaction. See if there's anywhere in our lives that there is, and let's bring it to light, and let the heart just be a guide to make some shifts. Allow the universe to make some changes for us, and move towards what that love in the heart, that courage in the heart, the clarity of mind, that dance of the soul is really craving most. So drop in and just start rolling those shoulders, get in a position that's comfortable for you. Begin breathing in through the nose, filling the belly and the chest. Notice how the chest rises. The heart chakra actually comes forward. I'm sitting in a little different chairs today, so I'm going to sit differently. And hold the breath at the top. Notice the light within, and exhale out. Just listening to the sound of the breath, the hum. Signature sound that your body makes. Listen for that behind all the sounds. the stillness of each breath. Each breath filling the heart with light, feeling the calm within. Each breath filling the love, gratitude for existence. And now shifting the attention to the mind, to the third eye, and breathing into it. Filling that third eye with pure light. Each inhale, clearing the mind, filling it with pure white light. And exhale, releasing. And now holding in full awareness, full heart of light, mind full of light. allowing the mind to ask any questions about anything that would be causing a disturbance of the field, a dis-ease, a disharmony, a dissatisfaction within, and allowing the heart to answer that question. And I invite the asking of what and how questions over the why questions. And maybe even starting with the who questions. Who would I be when I make this change, have this conversation, renegotiate this contract, create a new agreement? Who could help me with that? Who would know who could help me with that, could support me? And even if the answer is not coming right now, the subconscious with the heart will work on this collectively in the background. So feel free to return to that glow of the heart, that love and the courage, and know the solutions will show up. Each breath filling with pure light. Listen to the calm, the silence, and the noise. On the next inhale, bring the hands up front of the heart, prayer position. Breathing in, pressing them together. Noticing how the light within is in every single cell of the body. The love in my heart radiating through every bit of my being. For I am the light, the truth, the life. I invite all to speak this aloud. I am the light, the truth, and the life. I am the light, the truth, and the life. Taking a deep inhale. I only see light. I speak truth. I animate life. I give love to all that comes in my awareness. Like the sun, eternally giving my greatness, my warmth. Purely, perfectly in harmony, in tune. The divine flow. Lowering the hands down, noticing the level of presence right here and now. The gift, the greatness within. The light emanating from the heart out into the world will be done so through each word that is spoken, each touch that is made. Each thought that is thunk. When you're ready, gently open the eyes. You've been harmonized. Thank you for being here today, everyone. God bless you. You've been harmonized for today. Bring this love out into the world with you. I know you will. Be it. As Elisa says, shift happens. It absolutely does. One thing that's always short is change. So embrace it, love it, enjoy it, and be that change. Direct it. Direct the change that you'd like to see in the world by being it. God bless you all. I love you and have a great, amazing day. Thank you, Olga. Thanks for being here. Ciao.